If you're jealous of me and Caroline Strawberry's new friendship, I don't care. She's my new bestie. Bye, Lisa. Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Raphael and I'm here to review season 2, episode 13 and the finale of the Real Housewives who's willing to let their friendship go down the toilet for a new friend on the show of Dubai. So we start the episode off on day 2 of the overnight trip and everybody's discussing what happened the day before between Ayan and Lisa. We see Melissa and Joe Gorga, they're meeting up with Sergio and Caroline Strawberry, who both have matching sets of pajamas, even though we all know that both sets belong to Caroline and Sergio just wanted to squeeze himself into a size small. I see what you're doing, Sergio, you're not slick. So Ayan tells Caroline, you should learn how to be a better friend and you should have defended me when Lisa came at me on the rooftop. And it's almost like, and this may be a difficult concept for you to understand, Ayan, but it's almost like if you would have just mind your business, all of this could have been avoided. But I mean, I don't know though. I'm just throwing it out there. I don't know. Maybe take that approach next time in the future, but who knows? And I agree when Strawberry told her, well, that conversation was between Brooks and Lisa, not you. So that's your own doing. Then we see Charlie's hating angels, aka Caroline Brooks, Saba, and Mother Teresa. Brooks, she's going off and she's like, I'm sick and tired of hearing Lisa talking about her business, my business this, my business that. We all have businesses in this group, which yes, is true, Brooks, but it's not her or Ayan's fault that they're actually promoting their business on this platform and they're capitalizing off of it, unlike everybody else. You have the Glass House, yet we have yet to have any type of event, party, or anything big going on at the Glass House to promote it. So whose fault is that? You know, Sarah, she just told us 2 episodes ago about her delusions, how she gets paid, allegedly, $45,000 to talk about her imagination on a podcast, yet she turned down her business for a man. So what business do you want people to promote? Everyone gets together outside and the women sit on one side of the table, the men sit on the other. Sergio, before he sat down, he was just looking at the women's side of the table like, are you sure there's not enough space for me to squeeze in? Like, he cannot stand being away from Caroline Strawberry, the cameras or the drama. I understand, Sergio, but no, take your ass on the other side of the table. So Ayan, she starts it off with Lisa, and she's like, look, let's talk about what happened last night. You know, you called me a bitch every 5 seconds, and I don't appreciate that. And we were somewhat getting somewhere between both of them because Lisa was open to the conversation. She was just like, look, maybe I should have approached it differently. I shouldn't have called you the B words, but you were being bitchy, and you were interjecting in a conversation that had nothing to do with you. And it's like the Batman signal went off in Sarah's head because then she jumps into the conversation and I'm like, did you not just listen to what Lisa told Ayan about doing the same thing with her unwanted opinions? And now you're about to follow in her footsteps? She's like, you know what, Lisa, you know, us in life, we go through so much trauma and I just feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I just feel like you shouldn't be telling Ayan that she doesn't have a business. It's not right. And then to make it worse, her partner in crime, Robin, she jumps in it to add her little 2 cents that nobody asked for. She's like, yeah, Lisa, it's very condescending. Like, who are you again? Like, you're not even in the intro of our show. Like, stop. And Ayan, you should be upset at Baskin and Robin for jumping into the conversation because you saw how you and Lisa were trying to talk things out, but because of them and their unwanted opinions that nobody asked for, Lisa got defensive, as she should, because now it's a 3-on-1, and you didn't make it any better either because next thing you know, she tells Lisa, okay, so is this an apology, yes or no? Like, at first, I was not going to apologize because Sarah jumped in, right? But then I definitely wasn't going to apologize because Saba jumped in. But now I'm extremely not apologizing because now you're trying to force it out of me. So now I'm not doing it. Lisa's over it. She gets up. She finds her handsome vampire husband. They walk away. Ayan, she just has to have the last word. And she tells Ayan, everybody's always looking for a moment. Get your own moment. Everybody's always trying to steal somebody else's moment. Have your own moment. And I'm like, the conversation ended 15 minutes ago, Ayan, but thank you. So she walks away and Ayan is yelling, but Lisa, I apologize. Here goes Lisa. Fuck you and your apology, bitch. I mean, Ayan, now I see why Strawberry said what she said about you when she walked away from the table before the conversation even started. She said, you know, Ayan, she's just such an idiot. And I'm like, wow, Strawberry, I thought both of you were friends, but okay. Eventually, the housewives, they get together with the husbands, and you know Sergio was just salivating again. He was just like, yes, the housewives are back. Okay, so what are we going to talk about? What's the drama? I believe Brooks tells Ayan, we feel like you become a whole different person when Lisa's around. We feel like you're constantly defending her. You know, you're constantly her bodyguard, basically. And I mean, I can see why she would say that. Because, I mean, Ayan is technically her bestie for now. You know, until the end of the episode, but we'll get there. Just so heartbreaking. But, you know, at the same time, Ayan, I guess you do have to let Lisa fight her own battles in a way. I mean, I get you're trying to defend her in a way and be in her corner, but... And Brooks, who are you to talk? Because, you know, she says that, oh, you know, you have Lisa's hand up your ass like a puppet. You're the puppet master, too. You were trying to be Talene's puppet master. You know, telling her when to drink, when to speak. And when Talene didn't do what you wanted, you got upset and you threw her underneath the bus. So, you know, and then side note, did anybody see the scene of Caroline Strawberry and Sergio inside the pool? They were playing around and he like flipped her and then you see her entire ass crack. Like, where is the class, Caroline? Like, security, you know, get them out the pool quickly. So eventually they make it back home. We see Caroline Strawberry and Ayan. They're gonna throw this huge goodbye to Dubai party for the summer because in the summertime, it gets extremely hot in Dubai. So what does everybody do? They go travel to other places and other countries to cool down for a bit. And must be nice to have that type of luxury, you know, for some of us. If it's hot outside, if it's 100 degrees outside, well, guess what? We just gotta suffer. We gotta walk in it, drive in it, and just stay in place because we can't go to Paris or Italy or Barcelona or Australia or none of that. No, we have to stay home. So it's crazy the way they're all talking about it, like especially Richard and Lisa Milan. Richard, you know, that's a man because he's telling Lisa, well, you know, I was thinking we're gonna go to London, we're gonna go farm shopping, and I'm gonna take you shopping. He had me at, you know, I'm gonna take you shopping, you know, because nowadays, you know, you try to make a date with a man and all of a sudden they have so many excuses. Oh, no, I don't want to go outside. Oh, it's too hot outside. Oh, let's go on a hike because that's free. Let's not go to a restaurant. I'm on a diet. Oh, no, I can't afford that. Oh, there's no good movies. Let's not go to the movies. Let's just stay at home. Oh, and then you don't hear from them for a week. And then what happens? You block their number. But that's not me. I'm just saying in general, that's what I hear, right? That's not me. So then we circle back to Sarah's house and she's with her son Maktoum. She tells us that he's traumatized. He's scared to go anywhere without her because of everything that's been going on with the maid. And I mean, duh, Sarah, what do you expect? You keep having these scary conversations in front of your son and then you just expect him to be okay with it? Like, I don't expect her to lie about it per se, but it's just like, what did Lisa say last week? I wouldn't necessarily be telling my son all of this information because he's still young. He's going to be scared and traumatized. I'm like, how do you expect him to process this so easily? Like, Sarah. So eventually she calls the guy that she's on again, off again with, the red flag, Akeem. She calls him, right? Because she doesn't really know what she's about to do. And Sarah, she's like, you know, Akeem, me and my son, we have been going through so much and I just feel like it's in my best interest. It's deep down in my soul. It's telling me that even though I want to connect with you spiritually, you know, because I feel like our bodies are just more than vessels. You know, we want to connect telepathy, right? And onomatopoeia and Tyrannosaurus Rex. But I just feel like I need to... Hello? Akeem? Maktoum, go into your room. Go into your room. Mommy's on the phone. Maktoum, Akeem. Okay, Bravo, can you cut the cameras? I'm like, no, the man did not hang up on Sarah mid-sentence. And it's not like she was just talking about nothing like she usually does. She was actually talking about her son and like trying to give him a moment and stuff. And he was just like, yeah, fuck you and your son. Like, that is crazy to me. But what is Sarah gonna do? I promise you at the reunion, she's probably gonna be like, oh no, he didn't hang up on me. He accidentally hit the end button, or it was too hot in Germany and the Wi-Fi disconnected. Like, I'm telling you, she's gonna have so many excuses, or she's gonna tell Andy, you know, I just feel like, you know, when our phones disconnected, I feel like it was a moment of clarity because I feel like we disconnected and we need to connect again. I'm telling you, she's gonna come out with some bullshit excuse. Like, it could not be me. Like, this man hung up on you. And I know she felt embarrassed. Like, she was like, oh, fuck, this was not supposed to be part of my storyline. He was supposed to be like, okay, you know, I care for your son and you, like, I understand, but nope. It's not funny, but damn, Sarah, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, you always want to point out the flaws in everybody else. And, you know, it's just Lisa just a second ago, but like, here we are. Then we see Caroline Strawberry and Jasmine Strawberry, and they're going out horseback riding. Caroline tells her that Sergio still wants to have a baby, but she is still iffy about the whole situation. She doesn't want to do it. And Jasmine, I love the way she broke it down to her mom, and she was like, look, you should never have to force yourself to do something for somebody else's happiness. But Strawberry did make a good point, though, because she said that the only reason why Sergio feels this pressure, this constant pressure of having a baby currently at his age, is because of her age. Because if she was his age, I don't think that he'll be thinking about having a baby currently. He just feels that time is slipping away because of her. And I feel like Strawberry thinks that if Sergio doesn't have a baby at some point soon, and you know the time frame of Caroline Strawberry having a baby slips away, that he's probably gonna hate her or resent her or something. But it's just like, both of you knew this before you got married, and you still got married. So it's just like, what do you expect? It's kind of like they both signed up just to get a divorce in the end. And I just don't understand it. Like, because Strawberry just does not have to do what Sergio's telling her to do. Like, just because you want a baby does not mean that I have to do the same thing. But it's just like, you two should have talked about this, but you did it. And now you're stuck in this situation. And we finally get to Caroline and Ayan's goodbye to Dubai party that they're hosting at this huge house with these two giant throne chairs at the very entrance of the house to greet everybody as they come in. Everybody's looking good. And then we see Saba. Then we see Sarah. Sarah looks pretty. We see Nina. Again, I believe we saw her last week too. Again, she's a former housewife from season 1. I really want to see her as a friend of for next season. She looks so beautiful in this pink dress. So they sit down to talk about Sarah's bullshit. I mean, the situation that she's going, on with the walking red flag. And she's like, me and Akeem, all we do is we've been arguing every single day ever since that incident. I mean, I don't even know. I don't think he hung up on me purposely. I think it was just, the universe trying to tell me something, but I'm just not going to listen. I'm not going to listen to the universe. I listen to myself because, obviously I think better than the universe. So, and did anybody see how Nina, she was just looking off to the side as she's telling on with this bullshit story? Nina's just like, okay, if that's what you want to believe. And I agree with Saba. Who said that? Saba was just like, Sarah, how many more chances do you have to give this man to realize it's just not going to work? And then here goes Sarah in the confessional. All we do is just argue. We've been arguing, and I've been trying to understand him and his trauma and everything. And, he's just such a complex character. Is it over? I mean, I don't know. Like, Sarah, come on. I just don't understand how she could preach one thing and then her entire life is just chaotic, specifically her love life. Like, you would think that you would know better. I think it's just because of me. I could not do it. You even breathe the wrong way around me and we're done. So I just don't know how she's putting up with this. Like, imagine, I wish somebody would hang up on me. Then Caroline Brooks walks in with a +1. She is so phony because she walks up to Ayan and Strawberry and she's like, wow, it looks so beautiful. It looks so nice. Here she goes in the confessional. It's hideous. It's ugly. I hate it. Like, Brooks is hilarious. She is crazy. She has a +1 and I'm looking at him. His name is Max. I'm like, now, Brooks, what in the grinder is going on here? Who is that twink? Even Ayan and Strawberry, they were like, who is he? And according to Brooks, she's like, oh, he's just some random person, some random man who messaged me on Instagram and we're just friends. He is cute though, so if there is something more, then I'm not mad at it, Brooks. Continue. So they walk away, and Lisa Milan, she walks in with our husband / vampire, Richard. They both look beautiful, and already she's looking at the place like, I mean, it's cute. She walks up to Ayan and Strawberry. She's feeling some type of way that Lisa's not kissing their hands, which I just wouldn't do. Like, absolutely not, right? And I just don't understand why she pinpointed Lisa. Like, oh, of course, Lisa, she's just upset at me and Ayan's friendship, so of course she doesn't want to participate. But neither did Brooks or anybody else besides Talene, I think. Nobody wanted to kiss your hands, so I don't understand why you're only pinpointing Lisa. Like, nobody wanted to do the Strawberry, so whatever. And I just don't understand where this animosity between both of them is coming from, because season 1 was just so long ago, like 7 years ago, that I don't remember what exactly started between them to make them where they're at now. They're trying to ice out Lisa Milan off the show. I feel like it was very obvious last episode, and I feel like Lisa is going to give in and she is eventually going to leave the show. And I'm not going to like seeing that, because I like this whole entire cast, minus Saba, but I like this whole entire cast and I don't want to see her leave. But and fun fact, I don't like handshakes. Like, when I'm put in these situations where somebody approaches me like this with the hand, this is me. Like the Queen of England, just like this, like, hey, nice to meet you. Like, it's just not my thing. It reminds me about 11 years ago. Yeah, about 11 years ago, I went to a meet and greet / CD signing for J. Cole, the rapper J. Cole. My sister at the time, she was a huge fan, and she was like, we gotta go, it's in Philly, we lived in Jersey. So we were like, okay, let's just go. So we were in line out, you know, J. Cole was at the table, he was sitting down, he was signing all the CDs, and he was meeting everybody, right? For the most part, he gave all the women hugs, and he was giving the guys handshakes, and I'm like, you know, I don't like handshakes. Like, it's just not my thing, right? So how am I gonna approach this? So it was finally my turn, right? I get to the table, he's sitting down, and he extends his hand out to me. So I look at him and I'm like, you know, do you mind if I get a hug as well? And he looked at me, and for a second he's just looking at me like, you know, I know he was probably thinking like, this fucking gay. No, I'm kidding. He was super sweet. And he looks at me and he's just like, you can get a bro hug. And I'm just like, yeah, of course. So he gets up from the table. He gets up. I was the only fan that he got up for from the table. So he gets up, he walks around the table, we hug, he signed my CD, and he was just very sweet. And that was that. Wait, why am I telling this story? Oh yeah, the handshake situation. So everyone's drinking, talking, having a good time. The whole party looks good, right? So eventually Strawberry and Ayan, they get everybody together. They're like, okay, we have a video we want to show you. And it's like this America's Next Top Model type of commercial video that they're both doing. I'm not really sure what the purpose of it was, but everybody's cheering it on. Like, oh, I love the video, so cool. Here goes Lisa Milan. She's just watching it like, so the video finally finishes and everybody's just like, oh, we loved it. Here goes Lisa. Can I get my 5 minutes back, please? That was a waste of my time. Now, see, Lisa, I was with you until you started saying that. That was very unnecessary. Like, I felt the same way, but, you know, you could have just kept it to yourself because, you know, you could have pulled the Brooks and just talked shit in the confessional, but here we are. You know, and I feel like where her annoyance is coming from all of this is the same annoyance that I'm feeling as well, looking at Ayan, just basically, you know, just beat up Strawberry's ass. Like, it's just so, like, who are you anymore? And I feel like that's what Lisa is seeing, and that's what's getting her upset, which is completely valid. Like, I completely understand because Ayan is like, she became a whole different person now. From this season, from last season to now, you know, last season she stood on her own, you know, whether she was on her own island, whether she had Lisa Milan or not, she was still Chanel Ayan. She was like the star. This season, that star is kind of twinkling and it kind of just got to her head, and I feel like I don't know what she's trying to do with Strawberry. Like, are you trying to be like this dynamic duo to take over the show? Like, it's not working. So Ayan, she feels some tension between her and Lisa. She goes over to Lisa like, Lisa, what is going on? Let's talk. Like, what's happening? Lisa, she's like, you know, not right now. I really don't feel like talking. So Ayan is just like, okay. So her and her husband, they go outside to talk. And the husband, this whole scene reminded me of a Scary Movie with Brenda, because the husband, he's talking to Ayan and he's just like, you know, I mean, friendships, they come and go, you know, they go through ups and downs, and, you know, it's just a lot. But, you know, Lisa Milan, she is as fake as press-on nails. Oh, there goes Lisa. Hey, baby girl. Lisa just walked up to both of them and he's just talking to Ayan. He wasn't saying anything bad, but that's just what I envisioned. So then she's like, oh, hey. And then he walked away. So now it's her versus Lisa, right? And I'm like, you know, here we go. Okay, you know, we waited all season for this. We already know how this plays out, unfortunately. I'm ready, let's go. So then Lisa's like, okay, so Ayan, what is going on? What's the problem? Ayan is just like, well, I just want to know what's going on between both of us because people are saying that I'm changing because of you. You know, I feel like I'm a whole different person around you. Lisa, she's trying so hard to tell the producers, like, put the cameras down. Like, this is actually serious. Like, I don't want to discuss this. And she's like, she's throwing me underneath the bus again, which I'm not really sure and how she's doing that. Like, she's just asking a question, but okay. And Lisa's like, we agreed to not discuss this. I'm guessing on camera. I'm assuming that that's what she's talking about, right? So she's like, we agreed not to discuss this, but according to you, you told me that Strawberry has said that I was bragging about buying her mom's farm and buying her this, down there. First of all, the fact that everybody on this cast could just buy stuff like this, like it's all, you know, willy-nilly, like it's nothing, and that's actually like a issue on the show. Again, must be nice, right? Must be nice to buy your enemy's farm in a different country, right? So then she's like, you said that Strawberry said that I was bragging. So I called up Strawberry. Strawberry said that no, she never said that I was bragging. You make that up? Did you make the word up? Ayana's just like, no, I didn't. I never said anything. Like Strawberry did say that. Strawberry, she approaches them. She's like, okay, what is going on? What's happening? Lisa, she reassures her the entire conversation. Strawberry's just like, what are you talking about? I never said bragging. I never said she was bragging about anything. And Strawberry, she could be a lot of many things to people, but I don't take her as a liar. I feel like if you call her out on it, on anything, she's just gonna tell you up front, like, yeah, I said it, so what? And if you're gonna drag me, so what? I don't really take her as somebody who just, you know, concocts a bunch of lies and then just pretends like she didn't say anything. So I feel like what happened here was a miscommunication. I feel like Ayan is the one that put out the word bragging out there and she just forgot. And unfortunately, this is the fallout from that mistake. Or I could be wrong. Maybe she is just trying to be messy, but I feel like Ayan, you know, she's funny, she's goofy and everything. So she probably just, you know, just made up anything on the spot. Like, oh yeah, she said bragging, or she was exaggerating the situation, you know, not thinking anything of it or that it was going to become something serious. And now it did become something serious off that mistake. And now she doesn't remember. At least that's where I feel like this is going. So Lisa's just like, Ayan, you did say that. You did say bragging. You did say bragging. Like, you know, and then I believe, first of all, Lisa, she was bold to say this because she was like, you know, may God strike my children down now if I'm lying. And I'm like, okay, it was never that serious. I wanted to jump in through the screen like, enough already. Strawberry, do something. Sergio, do something. Andy Cohen, do something. So Lisa, she comes back and she's like, you did say bragging. You did say bragging. And she was like, Ayan, I feel like if you don't admit this, this is not, we're not going to be able to survive this. Our friendship is not going to be able to survive this issue. And what kills me, when she said that, it like killed me. It hurt my heart. But Ayan's response is she just put a blade through my chest because she was just like, well, let it fall apart. Let it fall apart then. Let it not survive. And I was just so devastated. And I've seen many friendships on the Housewives through all the cities fall apart here and there. This one was just very sad to watch. It was so sad to watch because it was so fresh, it was so new, and their dynamic was very real. And just like that, with just one season, their relationship just fell apart. You know, maybe I could understand season 4, season 6. But season 2, like, come on now, like that is way too fast. But it was so sad. Lisa walked away. She is hurt. She went over to her handsome vampire husband, Richard, and if they don't ice her off the show, I can see Richard telling Lisa, I don't want to be a part of the show anymore. And if that's the case, Richard, you also need to go sit your ass down with Sergio and mind your business. Because I can feel him getting annoyed every time something happens with his wife. He just doesn't want her in that type of mix. And no, we have to have her in that mix. So go away. But she walks away and she's hurt. She's crying. Ayan starts crying. And she does this thing. She sounds just like Teresa Giudice on season 2 of Jersey. When she was just like, Bracken, you're lying. Like that voice, her voice just went up so high and she started yelling at Lisa. She starts crying. Strawberry was trying to calm her down. There is no calming down. Everybody's watching them. Here goes Brooks. Charade number 2, she was loving all of this. But you know, all of us are secretly Brooks at some point or another. We all love to see the mess and chaos if we're not involved, right? Or at least I do. Then Ayan starts running around the entire house. And that house was huge because she's crying over there. She's crying on the west wing and then she's crying on the east wing. And this house was just too, I would have told the producers like, no, you're only allowed to cry in the living room because this is a workout at this point. And she's like, I would never, no, I'm always a good person. And Ayan, stop the bullshit, because I see right through her BS. She tried to do this in Bali where she, she starts crying, she gets emotional, and she wants everybody to, she wants to play off of that. Like, oh, well, I'm crying, so I must be the one right? Lisa's upset with me. She's upset and she's coming at me. So obviously she's the one in the wrong, right? So, I'm the victim in this whole thing. No, you're not. I believe Lisa 100%. And the fact that she sided with Strawberry, somebody that she's not even a fan of, that says a lot. So it was sad. She went away. She's crying. Then we see Mother Teresa. She goes upstairs. And Sarah, you're nobody to give advice right now currently with what's going on with you in that phone call. Like, she's like, friendships, they could be a very tricky thing. Friendships come and go. And I'm like, we're not listening to you. What about the friendship with you and Akin? Let's worry about that friendship first before you want to worry about somebody else's friendship. Like, and then Strawberry, she's trying to calm Ayan down. Ayan is just like, you know what? I would never forgive Lisa for anything. She could apologize to me, but I would never forgive her for what she did in front of my son, Taj, who was also there in attendance, because this whole thing played out in front of everybody. And I feel like as soon as she said that, I think the door was closed. I feel like even if they do apologize, they come together after the reunion, which I don't think that that's going to happen, because they're all still talking shit about each other on Twitter, all of them. So I don't think that there's any type of, connecting back between them moving forward. And if there is, it's definitely not going to be the same anymore. And that is what's so sad to me. Like, the Housewives curse, it strikes again. It ruins another marriage, another relationship, another friendship, and here we are. But I feel like Ayan did it to herself. Like, she allowed this show to get to her head. The fans got to her head. This relationship that she's been begging and wanting from Strawberry for some reason has gotten to her head. And now that she has it, who knows how both of them are going to be for season 3 now. Like, and she's willing to let go of Lisa Milan and just destroy that relationship. For what? For Strawberry? Like, it's just so sad to see. And then the reunion from the preview, it just doesn't seem like it's going to get better between them. And even if they do apologize to each other and try to come back from this, I don't think that there is coming back from this, because the trust is broken. Lisa will never see Ayan the same. Ayan is never going to see her the same, I think. So it's very devastating, but, I need the entire cast, though, to come back for season 3, like all of them. I like all of them. I like the combination between all of them, including Saba. Saba, you have to come back for next season, simply because I want to see what's going on between you and Sarah, because I feel like Saba could really give us something if they actually put her in the limelight for like 5 seconds, though. Don't get too comfortable. Lisa can be a little bit too territorial. I said it before. It has become a little bit obsessive with the way she's just trying to control Ayan. But I can see why she will look at her a little sideways, like, you're best friends with my enemy now. But again, we're on the Real Housewives show. So it's just like, how does that even work? I don't know. It's just a bunch of contradictions. All I know is that, Sarah, you need to stop. With this whole situation with Akeem, like, what is going on with you? But, let me know what you all thought about this whole entire season. I enjoyed this whole entire season, every single episode. It was a really good, upgrade from the first season. The first season was good. It was a nice introduction to all the housewives, the lifestyle in Dubai. I feel like this season, they really stepped it up. So I can only imagine how season 3, if they get a season 3, which I hope that they do. And I hope that they start filming it soon and they don't wait 5 years to give it to us. Because I feel like that's what damaged this season to the viewers. We all forgot about season 1. Even I forgot about some of the stuff that happened in season 1 and how far the history between Lisa and Strawberry goes, because it happened so far long ago. So it's like, you need to start filming by tomorrow, because everybody's going at each other on Twitter as we speak. The reunion's about to play out soon, next week. So it's just like, let's get to filming and let's get to rolling out season 3 by next year or next summer or next spring. Bravo, come on now. The Real Housewives of Dubai, they have so much potential and they're a really good cast. They have a rich lifestyle. They have so much money, beautiful places to go. And yeah, I feel like Bravo is just like, okay, we don't care. Which is unfortunate. But let me know what you all thought about this whole entire season. Thank you all so much for watching all of my reviews this entire season and for your support, for your comments. And I will see you all at the reunion. Bye, everybody. Mwah.